Welcome back to Lavender Week. In today's installment, I'll be making relaxing bath salts featuring, of course, lavender. You know, we just don't take the time to soak in the tub like we used to. If you're not doing that once in a while, you're really missing out. It can be a wonderful oasis. You know, not only is it relaxing, but with the right bath salt blend, it can be a therapeutic soak as well. Healthy for mind, body, and spirit. So let's make our bath salts. Always start with a clean and organized workspace, of course, clean hands. I love to use these little wax paper sheets. If you have the type that's folded, point the folded edge down. It'll just help you to pour it off later without a mess. I'm starting with Epsom salts. I use premium Epsom salts. There is a difference. A lot of what's on the market out there is synthetic and it's made in a factory somewhere. I search for organic salts that are mined from the earth. That's what you want to look for. This size scoop is, it's a bit over a quarter cup, so I'm going to do a half a cup of Epsom, roughly. Yeah, that may be a little more. You'll notice because it is a salt. When you're working with salts, depending on the weather conditions, sometimes they do tend to harden in there a little bit. I tend to keep an ice pick around so that I can loosen it up. Make sure that it's always free flowing. So I'll use my spatula and I will just cut through that Epsom because I don't want any lumps or clumps. So just make sure that you don't have any big lumps. We use Epsom so much in bath products because of the magnesium sulfate. Once it's dissolved, it's easily absorbed, and magnesium is extremely beneficial for your body. It's kind of like a facilitator. It assists over 300 of your body's processes. Now I'm going to add some essential oil of lavender. Again, you know that I normally use doTERRA essential oils because I know that they are pure. I'm going to drop this right in. You can use a lot, you can use a little. I did about 14 drops maybe. I'm going to work the oil through the Epsom. Now we're going to add the next salt. In this case, I'm going to use Himalayan pink salt in a very coarse grain. Himalayan pink salt comes from the Himalayan mountains and it's probably the purest salt on earth. Himalayan pink salt gets the color from the high mineral content. It's chock full of iron, magnesium, potassium, zinc, calcium. All of these things make it an extremely beneficial and therapeutic salt. And I'm gonna just do a scoop. We don't need a whole lot. And you notice how large the crystals are. That's important because we want it to dissolve a little slower than the Epsom. Remember, the larger the grain, the longer it takes to dissolve. And we want that in this case. We want the Epsom to dissolve quickly, so it disperses that magnesium right away. We want the pink Himalayan salt to dissolve a little slower, and that's what adds to our relaxing bath. That way, as the temperature of your bath begins to cool down, the Himalayan salt dissolves and it disperses all of its goodness slowly, letting your body absorb it once the pores are open. I like to just cut it through and mix it up well. That way, the pink salt is also being treated with the oil that I put in there, but it doesn't absorb as much of it as the Epsom does, and that's fine. That's how we want it. We could stop right here because we already have a great bath salt going between the magnesium and the Epsom and the mineral content in the pink Himalayan, which, by the way, pink Himalayan is also a really, really good therapy for skin eruptions, acne, bacne, psoriasis, that type of thing. So if you have any of that going on you want to treat, this makes a great soak for that. But let's just top it off with a couple little things. I'm going to put some flowers in there, dried flowers. I'm going to do just a little bit of lavender, dried lavender buds. Just a little, because we have the oil, we don't really need a lot. I like to put it in there just to give it some texture. I'm also going to put in just a little bit of lemon balm. Lemon balm is in the mint family, like lavender. You can use the essential oil of lemon balm, which is Melissa, if you'd like to, or you can just use the dried lemon balm leaves. That gives us a little texture, and we cut it through. Okay, again, I stir it up nicely, cut everything through so it's evenly blended. Yes, you can do this in a bowl. This is how I blend. See, for me, this is therapeutic. And I can really smell that lavender, and it's so wonderful. When you smell the essential oil with the salts, it's great for your respiratory system. Now, you can take this and spoon it, or even just pour it right into your containers. That's why I like these wax paper sheets. And look at that great looking little bath salt that we made. You want to seal it up nice. This little jar we just made is probably enough for 1 or 2 bath soaks, depending on how often you use it or how much you like to use. You know, there are those certain medical conditions where you do have to be careful with using minerals. So if you are unsure, check with your doctor first. Now, since we did put the lavender buds and the lemon balm leaves in our bath salt mixture, when you use it in your tub, you might want to get one of these little muslin sacks, or you can use those little paper tea sacks, so that you're not sending all of this down your drain. And it's a little annoying to clean out your bathtub too. So if you're using the sack, you just fill that, pull the drawstring, make a little knot, and it's good to hold it right under the tap as you're filling your bath, because that really disperses it nicely through the water. It's a little bit better with the running water going through it than if you just drop it in the tub. But you can do that too if you're going to have a nice long soak. I know we don't always have time for a nice long soak in the tub, but how about a foot bath? That only takes about 15 minutes. So let's take some of the salts that we've already made, and let's just add one more thing to them that makes a more effective foot bath. We're going to use just a little bit of citric acid. Citric acid, it's a weak organic acid, of course made from citrus fruits. And I'm just gonna do maybe a half a scoop, maybe not even that. And what the citric acid will do is make it fizz, which makes for a more refreshing and fun soak for your tired feet. So now you want to add your bath salts or your foot soak salts into water that is hot but not too hot. Okay, the idea is they work properly as the water cools down. So remember, don't add more hot water once the bath starts to cool. Just let it cool down naturally, because that's how your body's going to absorb all the minerals and nutrients that are in these salts. And that's how you're going to best relax. So use them in good health and enjoy. And I'll see you tomorrow. Our next installment of Lavender Week will be cooking with lavender in Mary Linda's kitchen, and we'll see you there.